this out of the way. We are live with another case of Series 1 hockey. Everything out here. Boxes, empty case there. And this is our third case. We have not seen an auto, so hopefully we get one here. Did see Sam Rinzella, Oliver Moore, nice. Hope to get an auto in this case. We have yet to get one. We did get a printing plate in the last case. Trash anywhere. Cool. They just set me up for success here in this place. Alrighty. Empty box. And let's get started. We're going to go pretty fast through the base. I think we already know by now that it's mostly base and then 3 hits in the middle. Really bring your chips up here?
Sound delicious. I can't stop eating.
Alrighty, here we go. Young Guns Canvas, Nicholas Coker. Jacob Melanson, Young Guns, and Crosby, Goal Oriented. The rest is going to be lots of base there. So 3 hits per pack. Everything else is going to be base. They're always in the same spot. Pretty quick here. That's going to be Rasmus Dahlin on the clear cut. Drake Batherson, Encore, and Jesper Brott Bussell. Second pack, clear cut. Adam Larson, Tracking Systems, Charlie Lindgren. Be Jacob Quillen, Young Gun, and Levshinov, Upper Deck Portraits. We're looking for Rinzel, Oliver Moore. And looking to hit a big Demidov, too. Please give me something. Canvas, Jared McCann. Cagnoni, Young Gun, and Ovi, Compositions. Matty Beniers, Encore, Speckle of Kopitar Compositions, and Compadres, Line and Slavkovsky. Can you plug that in? We have to do the randomizer for the Compadres. Sizzle Reel, Dakota Joshua. Another Young Gun there, Matthew Robertson, and Cup Quest, William Eklund. Huh? Oh, great. Django, welcome in. Move through the base here. Speckled Compadres of Barkov and Kachuk. Jordan Bennington, Canvas, and Rasmus Dahlin, Compositions. Only 1 box in so far.
Travis Hunter underwent season-ending knee surgery.
Travis Hunter did? Beautiful. Cutter Gauthier. Jack Eichel, Mark Stone, and there's a Demidov first box. Nice. We got one. You just see an outburst, so outburst Demidov. First outburst is going to be Jean Pajot. Sizzle Reel of Cam Fowler and Cup Quest Roman Yossi. Dazzlers is going to be Crosby, Valerie Nichushkin, Gabe Perreault, always a hard one to say. Nichushkin. Nichushkin. Here's Henrique. Alrighty, Brock Faber Encore, Sizzle Reel of Leo Carlson, and Skylar Brind Amore. Young gun there. Last pack of box number 1. Checklists. Upper Deck exclusive. That's going to be out of 100. 85 on the print of Morgan Barron. First numbered card there. Tracking systems, Jacob Markstrom, and compositions, Crosby again. Last 2 cases, we didn't see hardly any of Crosby. Alrighty, box number 2. Empty. Good luck. Box number 2.
The trash can's cute, right?
Oh. That's so inconvenient.
I think Malachi put it there.
I'll move it right now. Is he left-handed? Dougie Hamilton canvas. Dylan Duke, Young Gun, and Cale Makar portraits. Just move this over real quick. There we go. Encore, Joachim Kemmel. That's going to be a speckle of Steven Stamkos, goal-oriented, and Forsberg, Roman Josi, compadres. Sizzle reel of David Pastrnak, Cagnoni, Young Guns, and Quinn Hughes, compositions. This is going to be base. Canvas, Koivunen. Another Young Gun there, Jacob Melanson, and Matthew Barzal, compositions. Alrighty, well that looked like a, there it is. Mark Scheifele, clear cut. Victor Hedman Encore, and Kiefer Sherwood Bustle. Scheifele clear cut. 2 clear cuts so far. Tracking systems, Pyotr Kochekov, Demidov and Levshinov, Young Gun Checklist, and Tage Thompson Cup Quest. Zach Werenski, Speckle Bustle, Philip Gustafson, Upper Deck Canvas, and Portraits, Quinn Hughes. Checklist. Linus Allmark, Encore. Hellebuck and Morrissey, Compadres, and Noah Osland on the Young Gun. That's going to be Young Gun Outburst of Ozzy Weisblatt. Sizzle Reel of Austin Matthews and Kaprizov Goal Oriented. Nice outburst. Young Gun Outburst. Adrian Kemp, Dazzlers. Upper Deck Canvas of Barbashev. And Sam Reinhart Goal Oriented. Couple packs left of box number 2. Dvorsky Encore. Sizzle Reel of Sam Reinhart. And Michael Callahan. The last Young Gun there. Red Outburst. Nice. So Bobby McMahon. That's going to be 4 out of 25. That's Red Outburst. Tracking Systems, Linus Allmark and Dreisaitl portraits. Red Outbursts are really nice. Nice. Bobby McMahon. Moving on to box number 3. Empty. Good luck. Number 3. Mario Ferraro canvas. Quinn Hudson, Young Gun, and compositions Robert Thomas. That is going to be another clear cut. Young Gun clear cut of Owen Sillinger. Don't think that's numbered, just normal clear cut. Very nice. Philip Gustafson Encore and Logan Stankoven Bustle. So far this case has been very good. Huh? What's supposed to mean? Alrighty. Sergei Bobrovsky Tracking Systems, Jack Finley Young Gun, and Connor Hellebuck Cup Quest. Canvas of Joel Eriksson Ek. Sam Renzel, Young Gun, there we go, there's one. And Connor Bedard compositions. And Samuel Ersson Encore. Cup Quest Speckle of Bedard. And Lafreniere Panarin Compadres. Sizzle Reel of Connor McDavid. Colton Dock, Young Gun, and Adrian Kemp Cup Quest. Speckle Sizzle Reel of Sebastian Aho. Lucas Dostal Canvas and Brant Clark Portraits. Nico on the Encore. Kucherov, Hedman, Compadres, and Ryan Leonard. I think it's Heischer. Go Heischer. There's another outburst. That's going to be Artem Zub for the Senators. Artem Zub outburst. Luke Hughes, Sizzle Reel, and Kyle Connor compositions. Lots of outbursts in this case. Dazzlers, that's going to be Dougie Hamilton. Canvas of Draisaitl and Wyatt Johnson portraits. Last couple packs of box 3. Encore of Quinn Hughes. Cale Makar Sizzle Reel and Rodrigo Abels. Young gun there. That's going to be another numbered deluxe of Austin Matthews, 28 out of 250. It's a color match. Thatcher Demko tracking systems and Marchenko goal oriented. That was box number 3. Moving on to 4. Empty. Alrighty, box 4. Canvas of Carter Mazur, Joakim Kemmel Young Gun, and Matthew Tkachuk portraits. Pavel Zacha Blue Encore. Those are not numbered, just blue foil. Erik Karlsson Encore and Matthews Nylander Compadres. Sizzle Reel Arturi Lehkonen, Ryan Suzuki Young Gun, and Jack Eichel goal oriented. Mountain Bowl Upper Deck Canvas, Rory Cairns Young Gun, and Braden Point goal oriented. Josh Morrissey Encore. That's a speckle portraits of William Eklund and OV Sizzle Reel. Tracking systems, Lucas Dostal, Olivier Rodriguez, Young Gun, and Josh Morrissey, portraits. Speckle tracking systems of Mackenzie Blackwood, Canvas, Jeremy Swayman. Compositions, Sean Monahan. That's halfway. A little more than halfway through box 4. Dustin Wolf, Encore. Matthew Kachuk, Sizzle Reel, and Levshinov, Young Gun. Kind of stuck together. Here's another outburst of Brett Pesci, Connor Hellebuck, and Eric Carlson Cup Quest. Carlson Cup Quest. Dazzlers of Thatcher Demko, Brant Clark Canvas, and Compositions, Sebastian Aho. Packs left of box 4. Encore, Tim Stutzel, Jake Getzel, Bustle, and Matthew Wood, Young Gun. Last pack here of box 4. It's going to be a pop count, Jared McCann, out of 1,000. Tracking Systems, Ilya Sorokin, and Cup Quest, Zach Hyman. Alrighty, third of the way through. Empty. Alrighty. JT Comfort. That's going to be Canvas, Karen's Young Gun, and Dougie Hamilton Portraits. Chris Kreider, Encore. Speckle Cup Quest of Thatcher Demko, and Kachuk Barkov. Sizzle Reel, Matthew Nyes. Sam Morton, Young Gun, and McDavid, Goal Oriented. Canvas of Jake Neighbors. There's another Demidov. This Young Gun's there. Matthew Wood Portraits. Another clear cut here. That's going to be Philip Forsberg. Clear cut. Noah Ostlund Encore and Seth Jarvis Bustle. Case has been nice so far. Alrighty. Compadre is Kel McCarr, Nathan McKinnon, Jacob Skarek, Young Gun, and Matthew Kachuk Compositions. Dazzlers of Brandon Hagel, William Nylander canvas, and Eric Carlson compositions. Connor Zary, Encore. Sizzle Real Wyatt Johnson and Donovan Sabrango, Young Gun. Upper Deck Portraits of Austin Matthews. That's going to be numbered there. 192 out of 199 for Austin Matthews. Tracking Systems Philip Gustafson and Jacob Robertson Cup Quest. Speckle Sizzle Reel of Philip Forsberg, Brandon Montour Canvas, and Lucas Raymond Goal Oriented. Sam Reinhart, Encore, Sizzle Reel of Mason Marchment, and Mark Gatcomb. Last pack of box 5. Another outburst. That's going to be Steven Stamkos, Dylan Holloway, Bustle, and Jonathan Marchessault portraits. To our halfway point here, we've seen a lot so far. Empty. Alrighty. Sizzle Reel of Quinn Hughes, Riley Duran Young Gun, and Marco Rossi compositions. Canvas of Connor McMichael, Nikita Tolopilo, and Dylan Holloway portraits. Tage Thompson, Encore, Speckle of Igor Shesterkin, and Sizzle Reel Nazem Kadri. Tracking System Stuart Skinner, Owen Sillinger, Young Gun, and Artemi Panarin, Goal Oriented. Canvas of Adam Lowry, another Sabrango Young Gun, and Moritz Seider portraits. William Nylander, Blue Foil, Encore, not going to be numbered there. Zach Werenski, Encore, and Jack Hughes, Luke Hughes, Compadres. Dazzlers of Brant Clark, Nick Foligno, canvas, and Dylan Larkin, compositions. I think that's the first Foligno card I've seen in 3 cases. William Eklund, Encore, Tyler Bertuzzi, Bustle, and Dylan Duke. That is going to be a Swagnificent of Ratko Gudas. What's he wearing? Interesting. Jordan Bennington, Tracking Systems, and Kyle Connor, Cup Quest. Nice Swagnificent. Speckle Sizzle Reel Matthew Nice. Kaprizov and Ovi Canvas Checklist. And Brady Kachuk. Goal oriented. Bedard Encore. Sizzle Reel of Nathan McKinnon. And Snuggard. We're going to have another outburst. It's going to be Cam Talbot, Tracking System Samuel Ayrson, and Bedard Portraits. Alright. That was our halfway point. Lots of outbursts. Got the Swagnificent. Empty. Alright. Back half of the case. Tracking Systems, Logan Thompson, Justin Robida, Young Gun, and Kirill Kaprizov, Cup Quest. Canvas of Tage Thompson, Elias Pettersson, Young Gun, and Nikita Kucherov. Not open nicely. Blue foil of Chris Letang, Alex DeBrincat Encore, and DeBrincat Dylan Larkin. Sizzle Reel of Draisaitl, Ethan Frank, Young Gun, and Dalibor Dvorsky Portraits. Canvas of Anders Lee, Jacob Gosher, Young Gun, and David Pasternak compositions. Travis, I think it's Konexi? Whatever, we're moving on. Nazem Kadri. Sergei Bobrovsky. It's one of the harder ones to say. It's not consenting. Always forget how to say his name. Moving on. McDavid and Draisaitl on the Speckled Compadres. Alexis Lafreniere, canvas, and Jack Hughes. Encore Ryan Leonard. Sizzle reel of Kent Johnson and Gabe Perreault. Another outburst. That's going to be Philip Forsberg. Philip Grubauer, Tracking Systems, and DeBrincat Cup Quest. Oh, lots of outbursts in this case. Make some room here. Alrighty, Dustin Wolf Dazzlers, Ovechkin Canvas, and Ovechkin Portraits. Logan Cooley Encore, Lane Hudson Bustle, and Dominic Shine Younga. Last pack. That is going to be a Demidov pop count of 1,000. There we go. Nice big hit there. Tracking Systems of Askarov and Nick Suzuki Compositions. Very nice hit there for Demidov. Empty. Good luck. Box number 8. Canvas of Matthew Robertson, Levshinov Young Gun, and Kale McCarr Compositions. Alex Tuck, Blue Foil Encore, Sebastian Aho, and Matthew Nyes. Tracking Systems, Jake Ottinger, Carter Mazur, Young Gun, and Thatcher Demko Cup Quest. Merzlikins Canvas, Rodrigo Abels, Young Gun, and Celebrini Compositions. Thatcher Demko, Encore, Patrick Laine, Speckle Portraits, and Luke Evangelista, Sizzle Reel. Tracking Systems Merzlikins, Jacob Quillen, Younga, and Martin Nekas. Cup Quest. Speckle of Kyle Connor, Jack Hughes, Canvas, and Patrick Laine. Jesper Brott, Encore, Sizzle Reel of Jared McCann, and Oliver Moore. Young Gun there. So you got the 2 Young Guns. Another outburst of Bobrovsky, Nazem Kadri, and Jake Getzel. Dazzlers of Tim Stutzel, Crosby Canvas, and Malkin Portraits. Kiro, Encore, Moritz Sider, Bustle, and Joachim Kemmel. Last pack of box number 8. That's going to be Kochetkov, Pink Dazzler. Not numbered there, just the pink. Evan Bouchard, Sizzle Reel, and OV Goal Oriented. Alrighty. Last 4 boxes. Empty. Some room here. Alrighty. Kevin Hayes Canvas, Yanni Neiman Young Gun, and Tim Stutzel Compositions. Black and white canvas of Jake Sanderson, Ivan Barbashev Encore, and Crosby Sizzle Reel. Tracking Systems Joseph Wool. That's going to be Carson Dorwart and Ryan Nugent Hopkins. Cup Quest. Blake Coleman Canvas, Goal Oriented McKinnon, and that's a good one. Yep, stuck together. Dazzlers Philip Gustafson. Cole Perfetti Encore, Ovi and Tom Wilson Compadres, and Mark Gatcomb Young Gun. Slowing down on the hits here. Another deluxe of Mark Stone. That's going to be 165 out of 250. Deluxe Mark Stone. Owen Tippett, Sizzle Reel. And Tage Thompson Portraits. William Eklund Canvas. Koivunen Young Gun, and Linus Allmark Portraits. Zach Hyman Encore. Speckle of Austin Matthews Gold Oriented, and Marchessault Bustle. Shesterkin Tracking Systems, Ozzy Weisblatt, it's going to be Young Gun, and Clayton Keller Compositions. Speckle of Sam Reinhart, Canvas Chris Letang, and Matthews Portraits. Draisaitl Encore, Evander Kane Bustle, and Dvorsky Young Gun. That's going to be an outburst of Mark Gatcomb, Young Gun Outburst. Andre Vasilevsky and Jesper Bratt. Lots of outbursts. 3 boxes. Empty. Alrighty. Good luck. Canvas of Skerrick, Young Gun Canvas. Another Young Gun of Michael Callahan and Lane Hudson Compositions. Black and White Canvas Clayton Keller, John Carlson Encore, and Sizzle Reel of Kyle Connor. Tracking Systems Aiden Hill, Cam Lund Young Gun, and Jared McCann Cup Quest. Canvas of Jake Ottinger, Nicholas Coco Young Gun, and Connor McDavid Compositions. JT Miller Encore, Cale McCarr Speckle Portraits, and Brady Kachuk Bustle. Tracking Systems Jeremy Swayman, Oliver Moore, another young gun there for Oliver Moore, Chris Kreider Cup Quest. Alrighty, Sizzle Reel Wyatt Johnson, Owen Power Canvas, and Zach Werenski Portraits. So make some room here. And moving on, William Carlson Encore, Zach Werenski Bustle, and Carter Mazur. Young gun there. Another outburst of Ben Sherrote, Connor McDavid, Draisaitl Compadres, and Philip Forsberg. Dazzlers of Joey Decord, Logan Cooley Canvas, and Noah Oslin Portraits. Brooks says, I purchased on eBay, I think in the description it says, if you pull a card more than once, you have to pay more for shipping. No. That shouldn't be a thing. Wyatt Johnston, Tyler Toffoli, Celebrini, and Sam Morton. Hey, no worries. Quinn Hughes Upper Deck Portraits. That is going to be a numbered one. 36 out of 199. Quinn Hughes. Sizzle Reel Philip Forsberg. And William Nylander Goal Oriented. Two boxes left. Empty. Oops, I missed. Kyle Connor Canvas, Parker Ford Young Gun, and Mats Zuccarello. Lane Hudson Encore, Speckle Compositions of Toffoli, and Matt Boldy. It's the first Matt Boldy you've seen in the whole case. Alrighty, Dustin Wolf Tracking Systems, Victor Osman Young Gun, and Draisaitl Goal Oriented. Noah Oslin, canvas. Tim Wash, Young Gun. And Seth Jarvis, portraits. First 10 we saw. Kind of light on the Ducks players in this case. Black and white canvas, Patrick Liney, Adrian Kemp Encore, and Cole Perfetti sizzle reel. Tracking Systems, Cam Talbot, Jacob Scarrick, Young Gun, and Austin Matthews compositions.
Yep.
Morgan Geeky, Dazzlers, Matthias Ekholm, Canvas, and Jason Robertson. There's a checklist on the back. Clayton Keller Encore, Sebastian Aho and Shevnikov Compadres, and Ian Moore. There's the other Duck. That is going to be Pyotr Kochekov, Tracking Systems, also going to be numbered 33 out of 199 for Kochekov Tracking Systems. Mason McTavish, Sizzle Reel, and Mitch Marner, Cup Quest. Speckle of Marchenko, Sizzle Reel, Kaprizov Canvas, and Elias Pettersson. That's Elias Pettersson. Troy Terry Encore. This was a Ducks box. Owen Tippett and Zane Perrick. Leo Carlson. Outburst of Shabbat. Thomas Shabbat. Darcy Kemper. Adam Fox portraits. There's no I in his name. Move these over and we'll get to our last box. Empty. Here we go, everybody. Last one, and then we'll get to a recap. Good luck. Josh Norris, Canvas, Snugger, Young Gun, and William Eklund, portraits. Two Young Guns on Snugger. Black and white of Skylar Brindamore, Marcia So, Encore, and Brady Kachuk. Knots. Joey Decor Tracking Systems, Koivunen, and Austin Matthews Goal Oriented. Canvas of Bedard. It's actually a pretty sick canvas. Matthew Robertson, Young Gun, and Steven Stamkos, Goal Oriented. Excuse me. Snugger Encore. Speckle compositions of Jake Gensel. And Sizzle Real Ukko Pekka Luukkonen. Ukko Pekka. Tracking systems of Use Saros, Ozzy Weisblatt, Young Gun there, Nazem Kadri Portraits. Speckle tracking systems of Aiden Hill. Canvas Roman Yossi. Compositions Anzi Kopitar. Quentin Byfield, Encore. Alex Tuck Bustle and Sillinger. Next outburst here is going to be Koivunen. Nice Young Gun outburst for the Penguins. Tracking system Samuel Montembeault and Shesterkin Cup Quest. Three packs. We'll get to a recap. Dazzlers of Sebastian Aho, Christopher Tanev Canvas, and Tyler Toffoli. That's going to be another Upper Deck exclusives out of 100. 007 on the print, Sam Carrick. Ilya Sorokin Encore and Leo Carlson Bustle, and an extra Young Gun Cam Lund. So 4 hits in that pack. Last pack, and then we'll get to a recap. Marchenko, Pink Dazzler, Sizzle Real Jacob Markstrom, and Bedard Cup Quest. Nothing major in that pack. Give us a quick second to get the recap ready. We'll go through it really quick. Send you guys on your way. Alrighty, here we go. We're going to recap. Shortest numbered, Bobby McCann, 4 out of 25, Red Outburst. Nice there. Our exclusives, Sam Carrick, 007 out of 100, and Morgan Barron, 85 out of 100. Reds are going to be Kochekov out of 199, Quinn Hughes out of 199, Austin Matthews also out of 199. Deluxes out of 250, Mark Stone and Austin Matthews. Austin Matthews. Got some hits. We got pop counts. Jared McCann, and probably the biggest card in the break is going to be the Demidov. 1,000. Clear cuts. Philip Forsberg, Sillinger, Rasmus Dahlin, and Mark Scheifele. Your clear cuts. Pink Dazzlers, Marchenko and Kochekov. Normal blue Dazzlers are going to be Aho, Morgan Geeky, Decord, Philip Gustafson, Tim Stutzel, Dustin Wolf, Brant Clark, Brandon Hagel, Thatcher Demko, Dougie Hamilton, Crosby, and Adrian Kemp. Outbursts are going to be Koivunen, Shabbat, Chariot, Gatcombe, Bobrovsky, Cam Talbot, another Forsberg, Stammer, Brett Pesky, Arten Zub, Jean Pajot, and Ozzy Weisblatt. Next, blue foils, Chris Letang, Alex Tuck, William Nylander, Pavel Zacha. Blue foil encores. Speckles. These are just speckles here, not numbered. Aiden Hill, Gensel, Toffoli, Wyatt Johnson. Cale Makar, Austin Matthews, Sam Reinhart, Patrick Laine. This is me, Kyle Connor, Nazem Kadri, Compadres, Draisaitl, McDavid. Sizzle reel of Matthew Nyes, Shesterkin, Forsberg, Thatcher Demko, William Eklund, Mackenzie Blackwood, Sebastian Aho, Bedard, Kopitar, Kachuk Barkov, Stammer again, and Zach Werenski. This is going to be all your speckles. Canvases, Noah Oslin, Skarek, Robertson, Mazur, Nicholas Koko, Vil Koivunen, Skylar Brenda Moore, Patrick Laine, Clayton Keller, Jake Sanderson. Rest of those are going to be Young Gun canvases. And here we go, all the Young Guns. Perot, Dominic Shine, Lev Shnov, Mazur, Abels, Dylan Duke, Tolopilo, Riley Duran, Owen Sillinger, Snugger, Ozzy Weisblatt, Zane Perrick, Tim Wash, Sabrango, Mark Gatcombe, Skarek, Sabrango again, Cairns, Demidov, Sam Morton, Ryan Suzuki, Cairns again, Rodriguez, Levshinov again, Matthew Wood. That's just one stack. Joakim Kemmel, Colton Dock, Ryan Leonard, Apples, Quinn Hudson, Jack Finley, Sam Renzel, Jacob Melanson, Jacob Quillen, Cagnoni, Matthew Robertson, another Demidov, Skylar Brenda Moore, Dylan Duke, Cagnoni, Melanson, the Demidov Levshinov checklist, Osland, and Michael Callahan. One more stack of Young Guns. Cam Lund, Sillinger, Koivunen, Robertson, Ian Moore, Parker Ford, Victor Osman, Skarek, Sam Morton, Carter Mazur, Oliver Moore, Nicholas Kokos, Cam Lund, Callahan, Koivunen, Ozzy Weisblatt, Dvorsky, Yanni Neiman, Carson Dorwart, Mark Gatcombe, Joakim Kemmel, Jacob Quillen, Oliver Moore again, Snugger again, Justin Robidas, Elias Pettersson, Ethan Frank, and Jacob Gaucher. Lastly, it's going to be our kind of case hit short print here is going to be Ratko Gudis on the Swagnificent. I don't know, we had swag. We didn't have swag when he was on the Capitals. Alrighty, so we're going to randomize the compadres here, left or right. Roll the dice. See if we can get a good angle here. We're going to roll it 11 times. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and here we go. 11, it's going to the left. So that will be Demidov, McDavid, and Kachuk spots there. That'll do it for us for Series 1. And, yep. Hope to see you guys again. We do offer grading, PSA, and Beckett. That should be pinned in the comments somewhere. If not, we have other breaks going on. Check out the auctions. They're ending every day. And thank you.